Sometimes you don't need to go too far out on the lake to find a hot spot for catching bass. Terry Tuma explains in this week's CCX Sports Fishing Tip.
On many bodies of water, bass fishing under docks is extremely productive. And why? Because it provides shade. The best docks are going to be the ones that are going to be adjacent to deep water. And we are exactly at that one specific dock where it tapers down to about 15 to 17 feet. And it's an L-shaped dock, which is one of the more productive ones. Also a J dock. And the reason being, it offers more shade for these fish. But these docks have to be close and need to be close to a flat where these fish can move in and out to feed. And when we want to cast, you can cast spinnerbait, you can cast crankbait, and plastic. I'm going to use a plastic because of the weather conditions. A front just came through, so I'm going to go with a wacky worm, one of my favorite baits to use under these kind of conditions. And you want to cast just, close to these posts as you possibly can, and it depending. But generally speaking, what I personally like to do is I like to cast a little bit further out and then move up onto that flat underneath that dock. And here again too, because of the weather conditions, I really feel we're going to have to do a little bit more of a finesse than throwing spinner baits or crankbaits. But this is an extremely productive way of catching many bass, many times large ones. And then as the day progresses, when you have high sun, then consider casting right underneath the dock. We really need to take heed as to which docks are going to be the most productive. And generally speaking, even we hear so many comments about, well, is a lone dock any good to hold bass? Absolutely yes. You need to check out all these docks, providing you have the right shade, the right flats, and the right depth. Give it a try.